Welcome all to NFL Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. We are 2 hours away from Week 6 kickoff. We have a great show for you guys. Our top 3 cappers out of 24 this year are all on today's show, and I'm excited. I'm pumped up. Actually, I believe, let me even move that even further. I believe our top 5 cappers are all on today's show as well. So our top 5 cappers of 24. I'm pumped up. Thank you guys for joining us. We have a great show today. Bobano, who is crushing so far this year. 30 wins and 16 losses on the show, up 12.66 units. He's hitting leadoff. We have Morgan Spooner second. He is currently ranked 5th out of 24 cappers. Wager Detective making his NFL Pub-Up debut. We have 3 NFL Pub-Up debuts. Wager Detective, AM, and Old E. They're going 3, 4, 5. And then TJ, who is 5th. LJ, who's 2nd right now. Third. LJ is 3rd ranked, and then Dutch Boy Fresh 2nd. So we have our top 5 winningest cappers all joining us here on today's show. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm pumped up, excited, and ready to get to work, ready for this wild roller coaster to begin. I have moved on a few extra bets here just recently that I will go over here with you guys. I just moved on unders in Carolina, Dallas. I'd wanted to do it for a while, but I can't think of a route here with 18-mile-per-hour winds. Where there's a ton of offense. We know that these are now the problem here, of course, is the Cowboys' rush defense. I mean, I would think under these weather conditions that the Panthers should be a pick 'em. I mean, I got them plus 3.5 minus 120. I probably should have added to that bet, but now it's a 3. It's a little different. And, Javonte Williams has been much better than I imagined. But we'll get into all of that. So I added those 2 unders. Last night, I added the Jets plus 7, which obviously you're betting on the Jets. It's not a comfortable position, 10-6.5. Bucks minus 3 and the Falcons plus 4 to go on top of, this is now the second biggest bet I've made of the year on the Dolphins. Last week was the biggest bet I made of the year on the Commanders. So I'm just fading the Chargers with, almost 4 or 5 units a week right now. And so we're doing that again. And then Steelers double result, Panthers plus 3.5, Rams minus 7, Rams double result. I feel like, it just doesn't feel. I was hoping this would be a 9.5 come Sunday, and feels like a very public spot. That's very dangerous. And then Bears plus 4, Bears team total over 20.5. That is the situation. We had a monster college football week, but nobody had a monster as much as our guy Jose Bouquet. 6-0-1, 6-0 with a push. Ooh-wee. Shout out to all the guys joining us. It's great to see all of you guys. I'm going to start copying and pasting action here. We got stacks, plays of the day, 1 and 2 in the house. Thank you for sharing that with us. Justin, Jackson Smith, Najigba, and Egbuka, 2 monster Ohio State receivers here in the now playing on Sundays. We got Flea Mathis in the house. The Pipe Layer, coin ready to go. Wine at Time Sports just cashed the Jets Broncos first half under. That's a thing of beauty. We have Todd Clinton ready to go. Says that the New Orleans under is his favorite one on the slate. We got my dude ready to go. Coin in the house. Coin on. That's a nice card coin. The under 53 ballsy. I mean that it just keeps getting higher. This total. It's I agree with the look. Maybe now I'll have the confidence to join you. We got Swish ready to go. Great to see all of you guys. Ken Wood in the house. We got Razor Sharp picks. Donut Silks, Nasty Nate, Brian Smith, Man Bear Pig, Bo Jackson, Matty Ice, Serious Business, Toby Lane, the Fan Art Channel, Tacky JP, Agent Parlay, Gerald Jones, Sancho. Sancho is on the Cowboys in that spot. Great to see all. Oh, and Kevin Fox taking the Cowboys up to -6. Wow. The Panthers undefeated at home. I think I'll stay that way after today, man. Ronnie Lofton ready to go. So many great cappers. I wish I could give you all a shout out. Mark, Nick ready to get to work. Dylan C. KV smells good. My man Bon Polo. Thank you guys. Parl Angel, Ken Mizrahi, James A. It's wonderful to see all of you guys. Thank you for rocking with us. I hope that I gave you guys all a shout out because you all deserve one. Philly Eagle Flyer. Let's get to work. and bring in not only our season 2 champion, but currently ranked number 1 out of 24 cappers, 30 wins and 16 losses plus 12.66 units. That is spectacular. Over the last 2 weeks, week 4 and week 5, he's gone 17-7 on this show, plus 9.24 units. Guy's making money. So let's bring him on. Please welcome from Canada's Black and Yellow Steel Town, the star of the Hitting the Books YouTube channel, the Ice Guys, and the NBA OG show. Please welcome Ian Cameron to the program. Ian, how are you?
It's good to be here. Yeah, NFL's been great. I mean, it's been 4 straight profitable Sundays. It's been really good. You know, we've been seeing it well in this National Football League, and looking forward to hopefully adding to it here today.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm just pumped up. I'm constantly inspired and pumped up by you guys. Like and you are leading by example. Kevin Foster, thank you for the very kind words. There's the nuke worker in the house. Let's go. Arizona Cardinals 2-3, 1-1 on the road at the Indianapolis Colts, 4-1, 3-0 at home. I have bet the Colts for next week, and I've only put 2 units on it at this point. But that's going to grow because you know who they're playing. The fucking Chargers. Got it minus 110. Sports scientist Jacob got it at plus 1.5. So I've already moved on them for next week. And look, what's the worst case scenario? Danny Dimes gets hurt. And look, if I'll bet him with Anthony Richardson too. But obviously it'd be a better I'd probably get a plus spot. But here we go. Lucas Oil Stadium. The Cardinals are dealing with injuries. 2 defensive linemen and important ones. Their punter. I mean, these are key spots. Darius Robinson, Bilal Nichols, both out. Their quarterback, Kyler Murray, we think is going to play with a foot injury. He practiced slightly on Friday. Zay Jones, also questionable with a knee injury. And then Max Melton, of course. They need him so badly at cornerback. 2 inside linebackers, Cody Simon and Mac Wilson, are listed as questionable. And for the Colts, they're a pretty healthy group other than Kenny Moore. Kenny Moore being the lone issue right now for them. This total is a 46.5. You know, I talked about betting the under. My concern is that Arizona can't stop Indianapolis. We have a 9.5 right now. The look ahead was 3.5. Opens up on Sunday night at 5.5. And now we have a 9.5. Good God. And when we get to the cash flow here for Bobano's first game off the hop, we have, here we go. We have, here we go. 77% of tickets, 78% of cash on the Colts, 55% of tickets, 56% cash on the over. And Kyler is out. Kyler is out is the confirmation. Brissett is in. There we go. Take it away for us, Bobano, Cardinals, Colts.
Yeah, you know what's funny is this bet has nothing to do with the quarterback situation with Arizona. Obviously, we found out late last night. Adam Schefter, by the way, he's very good with getting this kind of info out there. I think it was last night he kind of mentioned it, that it was likely going to be Jacoby Brissett here at quarterback, not Kyler Murray. But this bet has nothing to do with that. This is all about, it's a bet we cashed with last week on this show, I believe, when they played Las Vegas. Colts just score points at home. They just score points at home. Daniel Jones looks comfortable. The run game's good. The O-line's been solid. This Arizona defense has, I wouldn't say it's been terrible, but they've also feasted on some weaker offenses in some of these games. They've played a lot of lighter offenses and quarterbacks, and I still don't think it's a great offense. I still remember Sam Darnold in Seattle going up and down the field against that Arizona defense a couple weeks ago on that Thursday night game. I think they're going to struggle here with this surging Colts offense. They've scored at least this many points in every home game this year. It's a bet we cashed with last week. We're riding it again, going back to the well. Indianapolis team total over 27.5. minus 115.
Now, with Brissett and his, doesn't make mistakes as high as other quarterbacks. He's a very kind of accountable quarterback, a smart quarterback. Maybe he doesn't have the passing skills as other quarterbacks, which is why he's not, being a number one for long here in this league. Don't you feel like with him out, with Murray out, do you feel like that full game total? I mean, I noticed that you're not on the full game over. Do you think that because it
could be 35-10, that's why it could be something like that. I think Indy's going to get 28, but what's Arizona going to do? That's the $1 million question, Jimmy.
So I think I should bet this full game under. Not a first half under, just in case the Colts do kind of erupt early and slow it down. Jonathan Taylor, and they can control the clock. I think I'm going to add the full game under here. I wonder if I need to. I'll make these decisions here as we go. But Bobano is on the board. Colts team total over 27.5, which takes us to Rams, Ravens, M&T Bank Stadium, and Baltimore, Maryland. We thought it might be Snoop, but it's not. Is that confirmed that it is Cooper Rush once again?
Cooper Rush, yep.
So there was some question.
Good news on the defensive front, at least some good news. They've still got obvious. I still think their D-line's ravaged and still no pass rush, but they at least do get Kyle Hamilton and Marlon Humphrey back in the secondary.
Very, very, very important to have them. But as you mentioned, still issues there. Chidobe Awuzie remains out at corner. Roquan Smith, inside linebacker, remains out. Patrick Card hasn't played this year. Emory Jones, he's the blocker to set up, the running game. And Zay Flowers is questionable here. For the Rams, they've got some issues too. Havenstein is out, and we're not sure if Colby Parkinson or Tutu Atwell will play here. So that's the situation. I have got the Rams -7. I've got the Rams double result. And I'm very nervous about this just because the line has. If I just I'm very,
I agree.
-7, -104. It feels like I'm in a that this is the type of bet that the public's going to lose their shirt. The weather is not very appealing here as well. Let me get into 70% of the tickets on the Rams, just 59% of cash, 78% of tickets, 72% of cash on the under. This under is now a 44. I'm looking at 43.5, but it's a 44 here. And weather-wise, it's cloudy, 13-mile-per-hour winds. Nothing like what we're going to see in Charlotte. Take it away for us, Ian.
Yeah, I'm going to still stick with Rams team total over in this game. I was debating whether to go with the full game over. I don't love that weather forecast, in that game. And I don't know if I trust Baltimore to move the ball a ton. Although the Rams defense, we saw them get, gutted by the 49ers last week in Mac Jones. Very impressive win by San Francisco. I think that's what makes you feel good if you're backing the Rams. You've got the Rams in a focus spot. Okay, nobody was happy losing that game against the 49ers. And you've been off since last Thursday. You've got even a little bit extra time to get ready and prep if you're Sean McVay for this game. This Baltimore, now they do get Humphrey and Hamilton back. That's big because this is a predominantly pass-heavy team. Nakua and Adams, the great duo. I got to see it, though. I mean, this has just been a defense. When you give up 44 points to Houston last week, I still need to see evidence, even with getting a couple guys back, that you're going to play better. So, and I think the Rams come in here with a good game plan. They get their points. I'd rather take the team total than the -7. So that's what I'm going to do here, Jimmy. 26.5 -106 for the Rams team total over.
Over 26.5 -106. I mean, this is just it. I was pretty certain we'd be here on Sunday at 8.5 or 9. You have extra rest and prep. You're coming off of a loss. For me, my thought was the Rams were just going to sort of give in here, go into their bye week, and then come back. And if we want to bet the Ravens to make the playoffs or even the Ravens to win the North, we would wait till after they get bombarded once again.
They have zero pass rush, Baltimore, and that's what. Look, if you don't get pass rush on Stafford, you're in trouble. If you get pass rush on Stafford, that's when he can struggle. But Baltimore doesn't have it right now with the getting pressures.
I'm very nervous about. It feels like there's hijinks. Just why would this be sitting at a 7 with no vig? It's just very, very concerning. We got Spenny Penny Bombs with his action, my man. Oh, and KV saying rain ain't start yet. Wind not too bad. I don't think it's going to rain. I believe it's not going to rain, but can you tell me about that, Von Polo? Because when I looked up, it wasn't going to rain. And shout out to the Nuke Worker, a $20 dono says, good morning, fellas. Happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian friends. Thank you, Nuke. Thank you, my man. You are so much fun to cap with each and every day, my man. Thankful to rock with you. Let's roll on. So we have Rams team total over 26.5 minus 106 for our guy, Ian Cameron. Next up, Seattle Seahawks, Jacksonville Jaguars, Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida, 75 Fahrenheit, sunny 8-mile-per-hour winds. The Seahawks are dealing with injuries. Derek Hall, linebacker, and cornerback Reek Woolen are out, oblique and concussion, respectively. They're also missing Josh Jones from the tackle position, but that's not quite as bad as it could get. I mean, we know Reek Woolen's out, but Julian Love and Devon Witherspoon are both questionable, doubtful. I mean, the idea is that they're not going to be out there either. So there's a very real possibility and an expected possibility that those three studs in the secondary are gone. For the Jaguars, they're going to have Robert Hainsey as doubtful, but they're a pretty healthy group. This is a very, very concerning injury report from Seattle. This total has climbed. It opened up, or the look ahead was 45. It opened up on Sunday at 44.5, and this has climbed up to 47. It did get up to 47.5 before we got a little bit of buyback. And then on the point spread here, we have a pick'em. I am seeing some -1s, but this is a flat pick'em. Now, the look ahead was a pick'em, but it opened up with Jacksonville as a 1.5 point favorite. So money's come back in a little bit on these Seattle Seahawks. And we take a look at the cash flow for this, 58% of the tickets, 65% of the cash on the Seahawks, 54% of tickets, 69%, 54% of tickets on the under, 69% of cash on the over. Ian Cameron, take it away.
Triple up here. Seahawks team total over and the full game over for me in this game. I'll just give you the numbers, then I'll break it down. And I am concerned about those injuries in the secondary for sure. But I'll get to still why I like Seattle in spite of that. Seattle -106 money line. Seattle team total is over 23.5 -118. And the full game over is 47 -115. I think it's a brutal spot for the Jags. I mean, they're coming off a huge win against Kansas City on Monday night. I don't trust this team coming off a win like that. I don't. Now, they played good, and I love Liam Cohen, and I backed the Jags a lot this year. I think this is the right time to get off the ship. Seattle's had a good road track record under Mike McDonald. They went to Pittsburgh for an early start game earlier this year, and they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I think they can get the job done here in an early start game. I still think they got the better defense. Now, they are injury-riddled in the back end, but I think if they're fully healthy, they got a little bit better defense than Jacksonville, although the defense hasn't played all that great. Like I said, I think it's a situation where Seattle in a bounce-back spot, a tough loss against Tampa Bay last week. Jacksonville playing well, and Trevor Lawrence playing well, and Trevor Lawrence running the football, which is I've been saying he should do that more often, and he's finally starting to do that. So, like I said, I like the situation here for Seattle to bounce back. Jacksonville short week, monster win, and I also think Seattle puts up points. You know, I know the Jacksonville defense has played well, but they're living off turnovers. You know, teams are moving the ball on them. It's the turnovers they're forcing that are saving Jacksonville a little bit right now. If the turnovers stop happening, if they stop forcing turnovers, you know, that's, I think, when you could see some issues here for the Jags. So Seattle in those three bets for me.
Seattle moneyline -106, team total over 23.5, full game over 47. A lot of cappers here on the Jags here, and my dude's thought process behind it is that Hein Allen's son is going to be honorary captain for this game as a cancer survivor. He says he's on the Jaguars all day here, hammering the Jaguars, and Nasty Nate on the Jaguars as well. So let's roll on. Bobano, Seahawks team total over 23.5 and the full game over 47. We've got lots of action coming in from the chat. A big shout out to our guy Wine Time Sports. You know, the only thing more exciting about UCLA's perseverance through that horrible start and the coaching changes is Wine Time betting them every week and getting all the money back. It's just been so much fun to watch. And of course, USC was a great call. Next up for us,
they should make Jerry Neuheisel the next head coach. That guy's doing an unbelievable job in 2 weeks with the offense.
Oh, Wine Time's perseverance is more to me than the entire football teams. He has not skipped a beat.
Don't give Tim Skipper the credit. He doesn't deserve the credit. This is Jerry Neuheisel. This is why UCLA's turned it around the last 2 weeks. He should be the next head coach. He should at least get consideration.
Cowboys Panthers next up for Bobano, Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. And here is the 18-mile-per-hour winds and 66 Fahrenheit. We have a ton of injuries, too. So many injuries. Now, Tyler Guyton is back, but that's going to help the offensive line, sure. But Booker is out, and is Tyler Smith going to play with his knee injury? And we know what happens when these guards and offensive linemen have knee injuries. They can become ineffective. And we've been watching it with the Chargers. They've been bringing guys in who are dealing with knee injuries and back injuries, and they've just become ineffective. It's a violent sport. So CeeDee Lamb, of course, out. Jonathan Mingo out. We have Miles Sanders out. Kevontae Turpin, wide receiver, out. We know CeeDee Lamb, of course, is out. Kalen Carson, cornerback, is out as well. A ton of outs. Now, Deron Bland is questionable. Trayvon Diggs is questionable. We think they're going to be in, as we do with Marshawn Nealon. For the Panthers, they have a ton of issues. Hubbard's out again, so Rico Dowdle will be in, but they're missing some pieces to this offensive line now. Taylor Motton is out, and that hurts very, very much, amongst others. Jalen Coker, wide receiver, out. Defensive tackle Treshaun Wharton out. Cornerback Caleb Evans out. It's just a ton of injuries going on here. So let's take a look at this line history and hand it over to our guy, Bo Bano. We have the Dallas Cowboys -3. They opened up at 3.5. The Panthers were getting heavily juiced at the 3. That's not happening as much anymore. But then we have it's moving slightly back to Dallas at the 3, but it wasn't. The 3 was looking like it possibly could turn into a 2.5. And then we have a 47.5 here in this Dallas Carolina total. And as I told you guys, I bet it. I just bet it. I bet it about 45 minutes ago, hour ago. I got the 48 and the 24. Now, let me also preface that so much of this predicated on injuries. A lot of it's also predicated on the wind. And the more I make a bet that's predicated on weather, my ROI does not go up. It actually, I when you take weather too seriously, I find I have a negative effect on my ROI. So I'm nervous about the situation, but felt I had to do it. Take it away, Ian, my man.
Yeah. I'm going to keep it on my card. I'm on the over in this game. I know there's going to be some wind, but I don't trust either defense. And I don't think the wind's too bad. I use Odds Trader for my weather forecast, and they've got the wind at around 18, 17 miles per hour, and it's going to be a modest impact on the offense. It's not going to be a huge impact. Like, it's not like torrential wind or anything like that.
It's the highest wind we've had all season in any game.
It is, yeah. But it's not the worst wind I've seen.
Absolutely.
Personally. I've seen it worse than that. And from what I see, and they also tell you if they say moderate effect, that means short to intermediate passes should be fine. You might have a little bit more of an issue with the deep ball, the vertical passing game here in this one. But I still don't trust really either of these defenses. I like the way both offenses are playing. I think Tyler Smith, two of the 3 Tylers are back. I think Smith's going to try to give it a go, and I'm pretty sure Guyton is going to play for Dallas on their offensive line. So that is definitely a positive. This is just, I've been riding, certainly with Dallas, I've been riding their games over the total. Last week, Dallas Jets over was on my card. I'm just going to end it there. There's really nothing more to say. I like the offenses. I like Bryce Young starting to play better. I don't trust either team on the defensive side. There are some wind concerns, but I'm still going to go ahead with over 47 -115.
Over 47 -115 for Ian. And it's raining right now, Stephen Harrison in Raleigh, but I have it not supposed to rain during the game.
40%, 40 to 45%. So like 50-50, but they don't have the rain during the 3-hour window during the game, at least as of now.
But raining as we speak, so that'll be another thing to keep an eye out for. Thank you for sharing that with us, Stephen, my man. We roll on to Bengals Packers here, Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. The Joe Flacco now led Bengals, and the big story of the last 48 hours was Jamar Chase leaving the facility, being told to leave on Thursday because of his sickness. So he's ill. I don't know what the last word about him is. He was sent home because he was sick. So obviously he's crucial here. The Packers are still dealing with injuries. Watson with the knee injury out. Devontae Wyatt, defensive lineman, knee injury out. Offensive tackle Anthony Belton out. And then Zach Tom and Aaron Banks and even Jacob Monk. These are all offensive linemen that are dealing with injuries. And again, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be out there, but will they remain effective? That's the big piece of this. And that's what I've been seeing with the Chargers. Some of these guys are playing on this offensive line that's hurt, but they're done after a half. They're rendered ineffective because of their injuries. and it's just such a difficult position to play. Let's get into the line history here for Bobano and Bengals Packers. We have this right now, afternoon action. This total is a 45. It opened up at 40. Well, the look ahead was 44.5, and it opened up, it reemerged again at 44.5. And then from a point spread scenario here, we have a Green Bay minus 14, minus 105. This did get up to 14.5. Look ahead was 13.5. Opened up Sunday night at 14.5. And when we get to the cash flow here, Ian, we have the 70% of tickets, 67% cash on Green Bay, 56% of tickets on the over, 54% cash on the under. And I am on Green Bay for the survivor pools that I'm in. Take it away, Bobano.
Yeah, I don't do this very often, but we're laying a big double-digit number here. Green Bay minus 13.5, minus 112 is the best price out there. I think this gets ugly again for Cincinnati, even with Joe Flacco this time instead of Jake Browning. Here's the thing with Joe Flacco. Jake Browning obviously struggled. Joe Flacco will make better decisions. Joe Flacco will probably be more accurate. That's if he gets time to throw the football. If he does not, and this offensive line is in shambles right now for the Bengals, and they got to deal with Parsons and Gary on the Green Bay side, he's going to have maybe every bit the rough day that Browning had last week because he can't get out of the pocket. He can't move, not at his age. So I still am really worried about that Bengals offensive line here against that Packers defensive front. And you got Packers off a bye. And you have the Packers talking about that game against the Cowboys Sunday night 2 weeks ago. They responded after that loss like they lost the game, even though it ended a 40-40 tie. If you looked at the Packers, they kind of felt like they lost that game, even though technically it ended in a tie. So, like I said, I think it's just a blowout spot. Cincinnati has clearly shown the last few weeks, the Minnesota game, the Detroit game, every Denver game, every recent game, that they're blowoutable right now. So Pack minus 13.5.
I like it. I'm not on it. I'm very curious to see what happens. My dude says, don't you think it's possible for Joe Flacco to be the team twice in the same year on different teams, to be the first quarterback to ever do it? No, I mean, sure, it's possible.
And they had their two best games of the year, Green Bay at Lambeau. Actually, on the road, they lost to Cleveland. They didn't play great against Dallas, but they played great the first two home games against great opponents, Detroit and Washington. So, yeah, I think they have a nice big win here.
Next up, and we got free bands play of the day in. It is the Seahawks minus 106. Next up for us, and shout out to Dougie Wise, my man. We have 49ers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium, 81 Fahrenheit, sunny, 5-mile-per-hour winds. This whole cap is predicated on injuries. I mean, you have to rewrite the script for the game. We know Purdy out, Pearsall out, and he's been excellent. Defensive lineman Kevin Gibbons out. Yetis Gross Matos, who is so important. He was supposed to be, basically a backup defensive end, but with all the injuries, he became important. He's out. Jordan Watkins is out. Now, Juwan Jennings is going to try to play. Mac Jones, dealing with knee and oblique injuries, is going to be the starter. You have Malik Mustafa, who's dealing with a knee injury. He's going to try to play. A lot of these guys are going to try to play. Kalia Davis, defensive lineman, I mean, they're just begging him. They need him out there. Cornerback Upton Stout, also dealing with an ankle injury. For the Buccaneers, a ton of injuries here again. You're missing two of your top three wide receivers. I know Egbuka stepped up in an enormous way to take a little bit of the pain away from not having Evans and Godwin out there, but Bucky Irving out, gone as well. The cornerback Benjamin Morris out as well. These are two very banged up football teams. I still moved on the Buccaneers minus 3. And not only that, but as I said I was going to do, I moved on the Buccaneers at 20-1 to win the Super Bowl and 10-1 to win the NFC. So that's it. I'm done with NFC futures. I only have the Rams and the Bucs each at 20-1 and 10-1 and 8-1 respectively for the conference. This is now getting very juiced, this minus 3 to Tampa. I like seeing that. There are 3.5s on the board. I'm looking at the minus 3 at minus 125. And when we get to the total here, Ian, we have a 47 at minus 110, which not only was the look ahead, it's also what it reemerged at on Sunday night. It went up to 47.5 for a cup of coffee, but it's right back from Wentz. And when we look at the cash flow, 53% of tickets, 55% of the cash on the 49ers, 62% of tickets on the over, 54% cash on the over. Ian Cameron, take it away.
Yeah, I'm on the over here. I'm not on the side. I think the side was very tricky for me because, I'm so mad. On last Thursday's show, I did not have more conviction to go with San Francisco. I told you I bet San Francisco plus 9 against the Rams, but I didn't make it official on the show. It was and it was a small bet, but should have had more faith in it. That felt it was an inflated number. Felt that Mac Jones could still play reasonably well and keep his team in it. Sure enough, they won it outright. How about Mac Jones? He's 3-0 as a starter this year for the San Francisco 49ers. He's playing great. And he's showing some toughness. He took some hits last week, came back, kept on chucking it, playing well. He's really playing great football for Shanahan this season, especially last week. It'll be a little more difficult now on the road, and I don't want to step in front of Tampa either. Baker Mayfield and the way he's playing. And I don't even mind he's without Evans and Godwin. Godwin's been banged up all year. Evans has been out for weeks, and they're still moving the football. I trust in Egbuka, and I trust some of these other guys, Tez Johnson, some of these other guys that are going to get some looks here. Baker seems to be next man up with this Tampa offense. They've seemed to still be able to move the football, even with the injuries at wide receiver. And I think the reason is because the biggest return for them lately was Tristan Wirfs on the offensive line. That was a big deal. And since they got him back, this offense, even with the wide receiver injuries, has been moving. So Tampa moves it on San Fran. Shanahan, we see with Jones, he can scheme it up, and they can still make things happen even with their offensive injuries. No Kittle, no Jennings, no Pearsall, no problem. They're still Kendrick Bourne stepping up. Jake Tonjes is stepping up. All these guys for San Fran. So I think they move the football with success. Totals in a reasonable range to get over. No weather issues in Tampa. So over 46 for me, minus 115.
Over 46 and minus 115 for Bobano. And we close up shop here with this magical Sunday nighter that we get. Lions, Chiefs. I cannot wait for this game. Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City, Missouri. 82 Fahrenheit. Possible light rain. 8-mile-per-hour winds. This Chiefs team is as healthy as can be. There's a couple teams that are extremely healthy, and the Chiefs are one of them. The Browns are another. But the Lions are not healthy. They're dealing with a bunch of injuries. Cornerback Terrion Arnold out. Linebacker Zach Cunningham out. Offensive tackle Taylor Decker out. Cornerback Avonte Maddox out. Defensive tackle Aleem McNeil out. Their backup running back Vaki is out. Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph, defensive back and safety that are very important, are questionable with ankle and knee injuries respectively.
Their whole secondary might be out. Detroit.
It's an issue, a real issue. Let's get into the line history and quickly hand it over to our guy Ian. I did just move on the under 46.5 minus 114 in that Arizona Indianapolis game. Not going to double up there first half full game, just the full game there. We have a total of 52 now. Wow, it is dropping. Wow. Okay. So this got up to 53. This was at 53 this morning at 6:21 a.m. Now we have dropped down to 52. Which, I mean, it's a very high total. And then on the side, we have the Chiefs minus 2.5, minus 115. And cash-wise here for our Sunday nighter, we have 75% of tickets, 81% of cash on the Lions, 61% of tickets on the over, 54% cash on the under. Take it away, Ian.
Yeah, I'm on the over here too. It's a high number. I get it. Very high number. But how is Detroit going to defend this passing attack, which now has Xavier Worthy? And I was initially early in the week, I said this on Monday, I was very much interested in Detroit. And I don't know if I want to take them now. Kansas City off a loss, all the injuries in the secondary. I worry about Mahomes picking on that just depleted, besieged unit here in this game tonight. So I gravitated and pivoted to the over. I think that's the better bet because I think Kansas City could really have a field day. Worthy's back. That's given them a better passing game. It's opened things up for some of the other receivers, for Kelsey as well. It's just they're too battered in the back end right now, Detroit. I really do worry about that in this game. But I think the Lions offense can still move the football. And Decker's a big loss, no doubt, but we're still seeing Jared Goff and that offense week in and week out. Really, other than the one clunker they had against Green Bay to start the year, this offense has really been humming ever since. Really playing good ball. They've got the great combination of Montgomery and Gibbs. And by the way, too, with Kansas City, I should point out, there are 2 games since Worthy got back. The Baltimore and Jacksonville game, both of them flew over the total, 57 points, 59 points in those 2 games. Look at the difference he makes. Obviously it's a more explosive, more dynamic offense. No question about that. So I like this game to go over 51 minus 120.
51 and minus 120. I think in this situation now, with all these injuries, the public's still all over the lines that the Chiefs just have to be bad. And I'm going to react accordingly. I'm not going to put it in right now because we got lots of time. But
I bet Detroit pretty sizably early in the week, and then I got out of a good chunk of it and took Kansas City a couple days ago. So that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, I can completely understand it. Bobano, what spectacular work you have delivered here to get our season started. 30-16 plus 12.66 units. 17-7 over his last two shows, week 4 and week 5, plus 8.24 units. He's on the Colts team total over 27.5. He's on the Rams team total over 26.5. He's on the Seahawks money line team total over 23.5, and the Seahawks Jaguars full game over 47. He's on the over 47 in Dallas, Carolina. He's on Packers minus 13.5. He's on the over 46 in San Francisco, Tampa Bay, and he's on the over 51 in Detroit, Kansas City. Bobano, my man, thank you so much for rocking with us. Please give us a little idea of what's going on here on the Hitting the Books YouTube channel on the Ice Guys.
Yeah, Hitting the Books YouTube channel. Tomorrow we're back with the Monday show, college football, weeknight games, most of the main Saturday games, breaking it down, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Members-only edition of the show as well, Fridays, and then it will extend it to 2 members-only Hitting the Books channel shows in a couple weeks when NBA begins, so looking forward to that. And, of course, the Ice Guys, 7 days a week, Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, Sunday, noon Eastern. Definitely excited about NHL being back, and check that out. Jimmy, good luck to you. Good luck to everyone in the chat. We'll see you Monday night for the live Monday Night Football stream.
Can't wait for it, my man, Ian Cameron. We go from Ian Cameron and we head south. But not too far south. Head to northeastern Ohio for our next guest. He made his NFL Pub Hub debut last week, went 4-2 plus 1.8 units. So what do? We bring him right back. Please welcome star of Walk-Off Wagers, our guy, Mr. Morgan Spooner. Spoondog, what's happening, man? How are you?
What's up, Jimmy, pub crew? How's everybody doing today? I enjoying this Jets game. That safety was beautiful. You gotta get a safety in every London game. That's
keep teaching them about the sport, I guess. That's beautiful. But let's come home with it. But everything is going the right direction. It's one of those bets that, you know, it was so hard to press the button. I couldn't press it. All week I couldn't press the button. You guys got 7.5. I didn't. I went for the 7. I was like, but if it pays, you know, that'll be
the goddamn Jets. It's hard to press that button.
They've already cost me so much money this year. Let's roll. You have my favorite spot on the board to get rolling. Chargers, Dolphins, 81 Fahrenheit, mostly sunny, 4 miles per hour. The injury report came in. So what happened to the Chargers run defense when Deshaun Hand left was horrific. Now, we know there's no Poona Ford either because he left in offseason, but Deshaun Hand was the last bastion of hope for this rush defense. Joe Alt out. Oh, God, this offensive line is an absolute mess. Trey Pipkins out. Of course, Rashawn Slater out. I mean, good God. I'm very, very thankful. Now, I've had so many people, of course, all week tell me I was wrong. I've had colleagues come into my chat that I haven't seen in a while just to tell me how wrong I am. This is such an interesting situation. I've never been in something like this. I swear to God, in all my whole career, my whole 46 years old, I don't remember being so bullish on something where everybody continually tells me that I'm wrong about it. The Dolphins are at plus 3.5 right now. The look ahead was 5.5. It reemerged on Sunday at 6, and now we have a 3.5. From a total standpoint here, we have the 44.5. This opened up the look ahead was 44.5. It reemerged at 45 and dropped all the way down to 43 before it started climbing. And then when we get to the cash flow here for this spot, 63% of tickets, 74% of the cash on the Chargers, 56% of tickets on the under, 53% cash on the over. Spooner, take it away.
Chargers, Dolphins here. You talked about the Chargers' struggles on the defensive side. The offensive line, they're now starting like third stringers on the sides of their offensive line right now. This team is a shell of what they were really hoping it could be coming into this season. This is Dolphins all day for me. I look at this, I get the privilege of getting to work with you and Sauce. Coming into this week, you were all over the Dolphins, and so was Kyle. He got this line at plus 4.5, minus 105. I looked at it. It was the next day. You were talking about getting all over the Dolphins as well, and I have to. This is the biggest bet of the week for me. I put 2 units on the Dolphins, plus 4.5, minus 110. I look at this game, and I I see ways that the Chargers can get some points on the board, but this Dolphins team is full of weapons. Even with Tyreek Hill out, I just think there's so many different possibilities for the Dolphins to get into the end zone. Darren Waller coming onto the team late has been just amazing in the red zone so far. I think he's already got 3 touchdowns. I look at this and it's a market play for me. All the sharp people I know are on the Chargers. All the public people I know are all the sharp people I know are on Miami, and all the public people are on Chargers. 63% of the tickets on the Chargers, 74% of the cash on the Chargers. And this line has come down 3 points. That market's telling you everything you need to know. That the books want money from the public. They're going to try to shy away from those sharp people that make really good bets, and that's why this line's coming down. Dolphins all day. I know you're on the same spot. Did you get in on the Dolphins money line? I've been back and forth on that. You were talking about how hard it was to pull the trigger for the Jets. That's where I'm at with the Dolphins money line.
I didn't, but I have 3 units now, and then not including what my dad.
You kind of had a bet with the Chargers team total under.
I didn't move on that either. I want the full game. So my plan here, and we saw this last week, is that Jim Harbaugh is a spectacular coach, and he's going to put them in a great situation early. And that's before their offensive line's broken down. That's before I pray they get the ball first. I'm ready. I'm going to be attacking this game live. I'm going to be staring at it, attacking it. The Chargers are going to slowly break down throughout the game. And Stephen Harrison said, I see a lot of Chargers love too, fellas. Yes, a ton of it. 74% of the cash is on them. I mean, a ton of it. So I love this.
Yeah. We talk about getting your pregame blueprint ready for all these games for live betting. It's the most important thing to know what you want to do before the game starts. You pray they get the ball to start. What's your circled numbers for where you're going to move? Do you want the 7? Do you want the 7.5?
I want anything above 4.5. So, but I'm not going to. I think the Chargers will score. I mean, they really have a wonderful coaching staff, and they can create a game plan with all of these issues they're having. So, yeah, I'm just going to look for these opportunities because I believe that they'll break down the second half. So I'm also looking at a halftime action. I really want to see what the game gives me, but I'm so prepared to attack if they score early, just like they did against the Commanders. Remember, they got up 10-0 and were driving to make it 17-0 against the Commanders and lost 27-10. I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up here, and I love that you're on it as well, my friend. Let's roll on. We've set up your next 2 games, so we don't need to break it down. We just need to hear your action. 49ers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's your call, my man.
All right, so 49ers, this is a team I've been all over the last few seasons. Christian McCaffrey on that team is such a game changer, and I don't think it's really such a huge step down at the quarterback position from Mac Jones right now, but we look at the way this line is opened up. We opened up -1.5, and there's a lot of books hanging 3.5s right now. The action has been back and forth split all week. 54% of the tickets currently on San Francisco, 55% of the cash on San Francisco. You don't normally see a 2-point move in a game where the action is very split. Now, some of these books opened up at different numbers, so 2.5 moving to 3, then moving to 3.5 is also something you can track, but generally only really sharp cash moves, lines, bets that they actually respect. When you see a 50-50 split and it's moving to one direction, I want to be on that side, especially when Baker Mayfield is going to be your quarterback on that side. When we're in the second half and the Bucs are down a touchdown, there's nobody I'd rather see having the football than Baker Mayfield. This offense, so many different weapons here. 49ers banged up. This is Bucs all day for me. I think the line movement's telling you everything from that look ahead to the original opening number to where we're at right now on Sunday. They're very comfortable taking San Francisco money. Tampa Bay spot for me.
I love it. Buccaneers -3 at -115, tweeted out by our guy Morgan Spooner. Let's roll into the Sunday Night Football, Morgan. I hope you can join us for this because I would like to join you on your action here. I think I've seen enough and heard enough and thought about this game enough. Lions, Chiefs, take it away, my man.
75% of the tickets on the Detroit Lions, 80% of the cash on the Detroit Lions. We talk about buying low, selling high on different teams. This Kansas City Chiefs team is just been held so high in the media over the last 5 or 6 years. Everybody's been all over everything about it. Mahomes, the whole Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift situation. It's a very public team, and it's very hard to find times where you can really buy low with them. But with everybody on Detroit, Kansas City just reeling this season, loss after loss, not really being able to find it. I think this is a spot we finally get to buy the Chiefs at a right price. I didn't lay the 2.5. I went with the money line, the -130. These Sunday night games, they like to keep them exciting. I could see this being low scoring. I could also see it being high scoring. So I just stayed away from that total. If we get 2 really quick scores off the bat with these offenses, I might look to a live under, but I just expect the Chiefs to find a way to get this win. This coaching staff's really good. Top to bottom, there's a lot of guys coming back from years past. I think the Chiefs find a way to get this win. Everybody on the Detroit Lions, a standalone game. The books are very comfortable taking all that cash on Detroit while moving the line to Kansas City. You see some of the look ahead numbers, a pick 'em you could have gotten Kansas City at. Now they're sitting at 2.5. The books tell you they build all those giant casinos. They make all that money every single week for a reason. And 75% of the tickets, 80% of the cash. That just screams to me in one of these spots they're going to make a bunch of money, and I'd like to align my pockets with theirs.
I'm going to join you. I'll wait till the show's over and then lock it in. I'm going to join you here on this one. Let's go to your 4 spot on the board. If I join you on the Chiefs, then we are lockstep in every single bet that you are making here because I love this spot. I also took the team total over 20.5, which was it cost, but it was a very nice number here for the road team here. Bears, Commanders, Northwest Stadium, Landover, Maryland, 61 Fahrenheit. Possible light rain, 11-mile-per-hour winds. Defensive lineman Grady Jarrett is out for the Bears, but they are getting healthier quickly. The bye week couldn't come at a better time. This is a sell high spot for me on the Commanders. I don't. The Chargers aren't what people think they are right now. So beating them 27-10 is perfect for us. Absolutely perfect for us. Scary Terry out. So is Noah Brown out. Offensive lineman Sam Costman, very important, doubtful. And Deebo Samuel is questionable with his heel injury. He may not play. Chosen One says Commanders by a touchdown. I'm on the other side of my friend Chosen One on this one. Let's take a look at this total. It's a 49.5. It opened up, or the look ahead was a 50.5. It reemerged it actually reemerged Monday morning, or Monday at 1:05 in the morning at 49.5. And then from a point spread scenario here, we have this sitting at 4.5. It's been sitting there for a long time at 4.5. I do see a couple books at 5. The look ahead was 5. It came out as a Sunday night at 4.5. It dropped to 4 for a bit. It got up to 5 for a cup of coffee. It only lasted 5 for 10 minutes, and then it got back to 4.5. From a cash flow standpoint here, our late game Monday night, we have a double header here on Pub Sports Radio. 65% of the tickets, 74% of cash on Washington. I love that. 55% tickets on the under, 63% cash on the over. With what I think I know about the Chargers, this is the best sell high spot probably on the entire board, is how I see this game. Take it away for us here, Spooner, my man.
Yeah, you talk about that best sell high spot. What are the Commanders coming off of a 27-10 victory where they went down 10-0 right off the gate? So they finished that game 27-0. Played really great, but the week before that, they lost to a pretty poor Atlanta team. They managed to get a win versus Las Vegas, but before that, they lost to Green Bay. This Commanders team has shown the ability to look probably better at their highest points than what the Chicago Bears have at this point in the season. Bears coming off a win versus that same Las Vegas team. They didn't beat them quite as handily, 25-24. Beat a banged-up Dallas team, got destroyed by Detroit. Close loss to Minnesota. I just look at this Bears team, and I see this as a huge spot for them. 4.5 points seems like too much. a little worrisome seeing some of the sharper books having 5.5s on the board at this point, but I don't think they'll be there long. All this cash, all the tickets have been on Washington all week long since open, and they've been very comfortable taking that money. I think these standalone games, the market tells you everything with what you need to know. They get so heavily bet. By the time the number gets there on the opening kickoff, that number is so sharp. And the fact that we haven't seen this line balloon towards Washington closer to a touchdown with all of these tickets, all of this cash, tells me everything I need to know. It's Chicago Bears. They find a way to score here. It's not the grittiest team. It's one of those plug your nose, hold it, bet it kind of things. I just can't get behind the Commanders after a really big win versus a team that I think is kind of just heading down. They were here. They're coming towards a lower part in their season. I could easily see this Commanders team being 1-4, 2-3 right now in the season. They're 3-2. They're favored at home versus a Bears team that I think is right there with them. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Bears win this.
I love it. I love the breakdown. I'm right with you. And to get the revenge from the Hail Mary last year, or the Fail Mary, or however you want to call it. Bears plus 4.5, minus 108 for Spooner. Chiefs money line minus 130. All these bets have been posted on his X. Buccaneers -3 at minus 115. Dolphins plus 4.5, minus 110. Spooner, excellent work, my man. Will you be rocking on the Sauce Network this evening?
Yeah, we just got a couple games for tomorrow with the MLB playoffs going on. Break them down with Toast real quick. Exciting start to the NFL week so far. Got those Giants home at plus 7.5. Hoping to get the Jets home next. Good luck, everybody. Get some cash this weekend. Jimmy, keep killing it.
It's great to have you rocking with us. There he is, Mr. Morgan Spooner in the house. We move on to our next guest, making his NFL Pub Hub debut right here, right now on Pub Sports Radio. I cannot wait to rock with him. We rock with him in the chat, and very sharp dude. And now we get to see him on screen rocking with us. So without further ado, please welcome from AC, we got the Wager Detective. Wager Detective, can you put your phone horizontal for me?
Horizontal, yes. We can do that.
Thank you. Let's get Let's get that horizontal here. Okay, is that not going to change? Okay, why don't we?
Is that good?
No, let's.
Unlock your screen rotation thing.
Unlock my screen rotation.
Let's skip to the next guest. We'll get Wager Detective back here right after this. Let's go to our next guest. He is backstage and ready to go. I hope he hears me. Yes, he does. We have another debut happening right here. Let's see if we got Wager Detective fixed. Okay, no, he's still working on it. Let's get our next guest making his NFL Pub Up debut right here. Another capper that we rock with in the chat, coming to us as just got off the tractor, man. This guy fighting the good fight. And here to rock with us, NFL Pub Hub, making his debut. Please welcome Old E in the house.
Cheers,
Old E,
boys.
what's happening, man? How are you?
Good morning, Jimmy. What's up, guys?
Old E, I'm excited to rock with you here. We all are excited. We have you rocking in our Discord. You cap with us every day. We love you. And it's nice to have you on screen, Old E. Let's get right to work. You start with Chargers, Dolphins as well. Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Gardens, Florida, 81 Fahrenheit, mostly sunny, 4 miles per hour. Talk to us about your plan of attack, my friend.
You guys pretty much covered everything. Actually, I didn't even know you guys would be on Miami so much. I couldn't really get to a side just because it's Miami and like everyone, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know if I trust them yet. You got the crazy coach. It's still Miami. But that being said, I like this Miami team total over. Let me see the best one I can give out right now. It's been moving around. It looks like it might get juiced. I'm going to give you Hard Rock bets because that's the only legal book I have here in Florida, but you're going to be able to find these lines or beat them. But officially I'm on the Dolphins team total over 19.5. Unfortunately, that is up to minus 130 now.
Vigged, but under some key numbers.
Correct. And like I said, you could probably build that shop around, maybe even chop that down a little bit. But yeah, that was really all I have. I think as a franchise and an organization, Chargers are way better than the Dolphins. It's just disarray. But the injuries, and I think there can be some offense. If they're even going to stay in this game, they're going to need to get to the 20. So I think that's a good spot to be on for me.
I love it. I love it. Dolphins team total over 19.5. Eberg says hard to trust Miami. It is hard to trust Miami. Let's move on to our next spot on the board here. And we haven't set this one up. We haven't. I thought that I had, because I don't have. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Sorry, because we've gone out of order. We have New England Patriots and New Orleans Saints. These are Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. I loved the breakdown from my co-host in Bankroll Blitz, Troy Torrance, on the Patriots. I loved it, but I still had a very I can't buy the Patriots after beating Buffalo in Buffalo, and I can't buy New Orleans after winning the turnover battle 5-0. And so what ended up happening was I just stayed off of the game. Antonio Gibson done for the year, but they have some depth at running back. Jalen Hawkins, their safety, their defensive end Keon White, and linebacker Anthony Jennings all out. Then Marte Mapu, linebacker, is dealing with a hamstring injury. Christian Gonzalez not 100% yet, and quarterback Charles Woods also on the injury report. The Saints are a pretty healthy group except for Kamara. Kamara dealing with an ankle injury, so it could be the Kendra Miller show. We'll have to see. Kamara is listed as questionable. When we get to the line history here for Old E's game number 2 here, making his NFL pop-up debut on Pub Sports Radio, the look ahead was 3.5. And it opened up at 3.5. It's just been sitting here at 3.5. Now, there has been 10 cents of movement towards the Saints. I mean, I guess if you're a Patriots fan, or a Patriots backer, I should say, you'll say, well, look, it hasn't dropped to the 3. You know, I'm not going to be concerned unless it's a flat 3. And I can understand that ideology. But shouldn't they be bigger favorites? I mean, the whole thing is interesting. This total look ahead was 45, reemerged at 46, and it hasn't moved either. I mean, we're talking side and spread that haven't moved. It's a wild spot. 68% of tickets, 58% of cash on the Patriots, 59% of tickets on the under, 51% cash on the over. Old E, take it away.
Well, it just as I'm bad-mouthing Hard Rock for being square, they're hanging the -3.
At a flat -110 each way?
-120, but that's Hard Rock. You're not gonna get a 110 with the Rock. But the funny thing I've noticed about it is they're not offering an alt line to the 2.5. Which they almost always do. I almost use Hard Rock exclusively for alt lines and to build lines. I'm taking this 3. I'm all over this 3. I'm okay with the I got it a little bit better yesterday, but the -120 is my official bet for this look right here. And I didn't get too deep into the X's and O's on this one. I know the spot could be let down for either team. This is more just fuck the Saints. I don't like the Saints. Not even this year, not any year, not next year, never. They're horrible. Don't get me fired up. That being said, I get to bet against the Saints, and I think the Patriots might be kind of licking their chops here. I know it's a little bit of a look ahead spot, but they're also looking at their entire schedule. They kind of have an easy road to victory. Like, they can get a lot of wins here. And I think they're going to keep it going in this game. Why not start the streak right now against the Saints? So I like the -3 because the Saints have been trying. That is what they are trying a little more than we thought they were going to try. But, dude, Patriots all day, -3.
Patriots -3 at -120 for Old E. So that gets us into our final spot on the board, one we have already set up. So take it away for us. Your Buccaneers in action versus the Niners.
The injuries on both sides, you guys went over all that. I'm not going to waste my breath. I think Tampa Bay is having fun. I think it shows. It looks like the team's having a good time. Tampa Bay does have letdown spots at home. We do. Every season we'll have a game or two that we drop at home. It actually tends to happen more to division opponents. For some reason, we'll drop one of the Saints, or we might drop one of the Panthers. I don't think we drop this game here, and I'm on a couple things here officially because I wanted to come in with something not too gnarly. Again, this is going to be juicy as all hell, but using what Hard Rock's given me, I'm on Buccaneers first half over 12.5.
Team total, first half team total over 12.5. Okay,
Yep.
Tell us about it.
That's minus 130, unfortunately, as well. I came into this wanting to bet the first half under, but I mean, look at the Bucs start slow. We haven't gotten to this number yet this year. But I think this is the first day of nice weather we've had in Florida. This is going to be a beautiful day at Raymond James. Baker's having a good time. Our team's picked apart, but I think he gets 2 in the first half. I think he gets 2 strikes in the first half. I'd be okay laddering this to a 13.5 to get that juice off. If your book allows you to do that, I would recommend it. I think Baker gets 2 strikes. I think this game starts off hot. We have this, I don't know, you guys, if you're deep into football, I'm not, but just because I'm a Bucs fan, there's a gentleman called Tom Moore. He's a offensive, he's just kind of, they don't really have a real title for him. On the website, they call him senior offensive assistant. Tom Moore was born in 1938. This is his 47th year in the NFL. He's not doing this for the paycheck. This old guy's going to die coaching ball. He loves this shit. And when you're going to give me 2 beat up teams, Tom Moore at home, beautiful day in Florida, it wasn't enough to get me to the side because the Bucs have been playing from behind. The games we've won have kind of felt lucky, almost like an Eagles vibe. Like we're getting by, but like not really the right way. I think we come up with a good scheme. I think we see some passing early. I think we get to that 14. And I think we're sitting back at halftime kicking it. All of that being said, my favorite bet of the week is a little 2-piece player prop I put together here. Vita Vea, 1 sack. Baker, 2 touchdowns. That's plus 500.
Baker, 2 passing touchdowns.
Yep.
Plus
Vita to get the sack. I mean, Vita
plus
looks
500?
like he's having fun, dude. He's doing the seatbelt, dropping back into pass protection. Like, I think with the injured teams, I think Vita can eat. I think he can get that. And then if Baker don't get the 2, then this game's over. We got fucked out. It's whatever. We're not high-fiving at halftime.
I love it. Old E making his NFL pop-up debut. Vita Vea sack. Baker over 1.5 passing touchdowns plus 500.
Yeah,
Bucs.
that's going to be that one right there. I like that one.
Bucs team total over 12.5. First half team total over 12.5. Patriots -3. Dolphins team total over 19.5. Old E is wonderful to have you rocking with us here on screen. Thank you for all that you do in our chat and in our Discord and all that you do for us. And go out there, get that cash. Let's see you on the leaderboard here, my man.
Live sweating later. Catch me over there in the war room.
I love it. Any last words for the Capper supporting the show?
No, dude, fucking good seeing you guys. I've always been in the background, talking, chat with you guys. It's good to be on screen. Football is definitely my weakest. Football is hard. Small samples, like referee interference, value of the possession. This shit's really tough, but I still enjoy doing it. And let's get that cash.
Let's get that cash. There he is, Old E. So Wager Detective, we'll go to you after the next guest, but you I guess something's up with your, so you can't, you're going to have to go vertical and we'll just have to deal with it. It looks like, so, okay. Let's, so just be ready to go vertical and we will rock with you, but we're going to bring on another debut here. NFL Pub Hub debut. You have seen him in our chat, and Sharp Capper, and excited to have him on screen with us right now. So without further ado, please welcome AM in the house. AM, what's good, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm great. It is great to have you on screen. We love capping with you each and every day. You put in a ton of work. Let's get to that work. You start your card with Cowboys, Panthers, AM. How you getting paid?
Yeah, I like the Panthers here. I think the Panthers are a team on the up and up. They've got some young, exciting talent weapons, and I just think this is not a good spot for the Cowboys. They got the Commanders on deck next week. You got some strong wind, and, I think that hurts Dallas more than it hurts Carolina. To me, Dallas is, more effective through the air. And to be honest, I think for Carolina, the less time that Bryce Young has the ball, that's a positive. So I think, both teams should be able to move the ball pretty effectively. But I like this spot, and I really don't think Carolina should be getting 3 points. I think should be more of a pick 'em line. So I like the Panthers here a lot.
And what is the line that I can line shop for you if you'd like.
Yeah, I got a 3 minus 110. I think you could still probably get that, but
yeah.
I don't even mind if it's a little juiced.
No, you can. Panthers +3 at -110 for AM. We move on to Patriots New Orleans here for AM. AM wanted to focus on 2 spots that he was attacking with the most confidence. Here is spot number 2, and we just set up Patriots New Orleans with our guy Old E, who moved on the Patriots -3 -120. What's your plan here?
So I actually like the Saints here. I think the Patriots, you saw the post-game coverage. That was a big emotional game for them. They beat the big bad Bills in their division. Now they come down to the Saints, who got their first victory. Rattler got his first W. I think they're going to be pretty motivated. They're going to say, hey, that wasn't so bad getting a win. Let's do that again. And I just think it's a good spot for the Saints. The receivers are all healthy. Rattler is not near as bad as what a lot of people think he is, and this Patriots secondary is really banged up right now. I just think it's a good spot for the Saints. Again, I think they're another live dog. I would not be shocked if Saints and or Carolina both won straight out.
It's my only concern is winning the turnover battle 5-0 last week. But I it's certainly a fishy spot, man. I mean, the whole line, this is just been perplexing to me the whole time. I think it's a great spot to fade the Patriots. What did you get with your line on the Saints?
I got a +3.5 -110 as well.
+3.5 at -110 from our guy AM. AM, and these are the 2 games you wanted to put your focus on here on today's show.
Yeah. I've been getting my ass kicked the last 2 weeks, so I've been trying to keep things tighter. I think that's been an issue. I got a little lazy with baseball, just kind of hitting everything that moves, and so I'm trying to be a little bit more focused and pick spots that I actually like. So I wanted to give you guys some bets I really like.
Well, you know what? It is great to have you here on the show. It's great for all the cappers that work with you every day to see your face, to hear your voice, and talk to you. So I love it. I put AM's X handle here in the chat, making his NFL pub-up debut right here on Pub Sports Radio on Sunday, October 12th. AM on the Panthers +3 -110. Saints +3.5 at -110. AM, thank you for rocking with us, my man. Any last words for cappers supporting the show?
No, I'll be in the Discord. Good luck, everyone. Hopefully we all get the bag today, man. So
let's get
it. Have a good Sunday, guys.
There he is, AM Sports Picks in the house. Fun to see him on screen. So let's bring on our next guest. So we have some camera issues that we will fix for the next time he is on here. But making his NFL pop-up debut as well, another capper that we've loved capping with in the chat. And I can't wait to hear him rock. Please welcome Wager Detective to the show. Wager Detective, how are you?
I am so good. I'm sorry that I got some technical difficulties. I'm getting caught up to speed on what it takes to kind of do this, and I'm sorry that I'm holding up the show, but
it is all good, man. These are don't worry. You're making your debut. Let's just focus on the capping right now, and we'll get you fixed and straight as we move forward. The Wager Detective making his NFL pop-up debut, and you start with Chargers Dolphins. Wager Detective, take it away.
The Chargers this year. They started off with three wins in a row, and then they had a little bit of a hiccup the last 2 weeks against the NFC East. I will let you know this, as a capper, I'm a guy that kind of looks at history. It's a big part of my cap. And the Chargers are 3-6 all time versus Miami, 21 to about 25 points a game, and they're 1-5 all time at Miami. So it's not looking good there. They're giving up chunk yards on the ground, and they're not finishing in the red zone. I think on the other side, Miami, we know they can move the ball. They're moving the ball fantastically. They're 10 for 13 in the red zone this year, and 10 passing touchdowns to 2 rush shows you that they like to move the ball through the air. No Hill could be a little bit of a problem, a little bit of hiccup, but I expect McDaniels to get the job done here. He's 6-6, McDaniels, off of a road loss. 23.1 to 22 points a game, and he's 3-2 in his last 5 off of a road loss coming back home. I lean towards what you guys said. I definitely like Miami in this game to cover the spread and possibly win this game outright. There's something not right there. Greg Roman, a quick little fun fact there. He was born in Atlantic City, so he's the offensive coordinator of the Chargers, and something's just not clicking right now. They pass the ball more than they run, the Chargers, and this should be an interesting game. Herbert has been sacked 16 times in 5 games, so if they could get to him, I expect McDaniels and the offense to put up some points here and beat the Chargers here, possibly.
I'm right with you. No quarterback's being pressured as much as Herbert. And now, look, this is not a mighty pass rush. This is not a strong defense that they're facing the Dolphins, but it's still NFL quality, and I think he's going to be running for his life. I like the spot. Did you tweet out any of your action, or are we going for best line available?
I'm gonna tweet that out after the show. I'll do that after as soon as I get off the show.
So do you want the +3.5 here at
the plus
108?
Yes, plus 3.5 is excellent. At that number too, -108, you're not laying a lot of chalk there.
+3.5, -108 for the wager detective. We move on to Seahawks Jaguars. All these games that you are on right now, we've already set up in the marketplace and with injuries. So we just want to hear, how are you getting paid, wager detective?
On this game, the Seahawks, they're coming off the brutal loss last week to. They're coming off the brutal loss last week. And last week, there's an interesting stat I found on this. They passed the ball 34 times and only ran it 20 times. I think this week they're going to get back to running the ball. I'm looking for Charbonnet and Walker to touch paint this weekend. And he's got his safety blankets there in the wide receiver spots. Burner, Horton, Najigba Smith. I expect them to come off. Mike McDonald, off of a home loss and then the road, he's 23 points to 13 points allowed. He's 4-0 off of a home loss and hitting the road, and then he's 4-0 against the spread from a 3-point dog or less on the road. He's 4-0 coming off of a home loss. So I expect them to play good. And Jaguars, they're very opportunistic on the with the turnovers. If he keeps a ball away from Devin Lloyd leads the NFL in interceptions with 4 of them. We've seen what he did last week to Patrick Mahomes. He ran one back for 99 yards. If you can keep the ball on the ground, run the ball, I expect Darnold. I mean, he's having a fantastic year. I mean, I don't know. He's only been sacked 6 times. And their 2 losses that they have against San Francisco and Tampa Bay, they had 2 turnovers in those games. So they could technically be 4-1 or even 5-0. And the Jaguars coming off that emotional win last week. They only got 1 guy in the backfield, Etienne. He's averaging 5.8 a carry. I expect Seattle to get back in the win column here under Mike McDonald, the way they play, and I expect them to just be a little bit too much for the Jaguars. Again, this is dependent on whether they turn the ball over or not. Give me the Seahawks. I think they were a dog, but now they're a favorite. I like the Seahawks to win this game and cover the spread.
We will find and line shop for you here on these Seattle Seahawks. It's a very interesting. God, I mean, I have stayed off this game, but very, very uncomfortably. We can give you – I'm going to look for money. I'll give you options here. While I'm doing that, talk to us about your plan for Sunday night football, Lions, Chiefs, Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City, Missouri. Wager detective.
The Lions, their opponents this year, 8-14. Their opponents' records are 8-14. The teams they've beaten, Chicago, Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, we can all pretty much say that they're probably not going to make the postseason this year. Great running game. Montgomery and Gibbs, they got 4 touchdowns apiece. They're offensive. They're number 1 in the NFL with passing touchdowns with 13. And they're playing good. Campbell, the coach for the Lions, back-to-back road games and with the Lions, he's 4-7, an average score of 22.2 to 27.3 points per game. The Chiefs coming off that brutal road loss at Jacksonville. I just don't know if here's the thing too. You got to remember, you got a first-year offensive coordinator, and you got a second-year offensive coordinator and a first-year defensive coordinator going into Kansas City against arguably one of the greatest coaches of all time, and then Spagnuolo, great defensive coordinator. I know that they're a little banged up, but I think, in my opinion, I think the Chiefs are going to get the job done here. I don't know if you'd want to lay the points, but I mean, look, the Lions with the quarterback Golf. He's 8-1 versus the AFC West. He's 2-0 versus the Chiefs, and he's 9-1 in his last 10 road games. That's hard to bet against, but I'm hearing all you guys talk about the injuries that they have this week with a first-year defensive coordinator. I think it's going to be tough to go into Arrowhead and get anything going. But I think I agree with Bill Banner. The more I'm hearing it, I'm thinking this game could get over because I think the Lions are going to try to air out that defense of the red zone of the Kansas City Chiefs. But ultimately, my numbers and everything else lean towards Kansas City to win this game and possibly cover the spread outright.
You are in business, my friend. So first off, the Chiefs, we can give you a -2.5 at -110. So we'll start there unless you want to pay for the money line.
And what is the money line?
The best I can get you is a -140.
That's a tough one. I would lean. I mean, I hate laying chalk like that. But if you're going to win a game, man, I mean, listen, what's going to happen? Somebody's going to miss an extra point or a field goal for it to fall in that 3. It's a tough spot. I'll take the chance with the -2.5 there.
Okay, I can get you -139 actually, so 1 cent better. But
no, the less chalk is better. I'll take my chances with the fact that the Chiefs play defense, keep them out of the end zone a little bit, and then maybe Bucker can make all of his field goals tonight.
Seahawks money line -112 or -1 -103.
Seahawks money line, yes.
Okay, -112. You are in business. The wager detective in the house. Chiefs -2.5, Seahawks -112, and the Dolphins +3.5, a -108. I'm gonna pop Wager Detective's X handle here in the chat. You guys rock with them each and every day here, and in our Discord. Love capping with them. The boardwalk better. Wager Detective in the house. Wager Detective, thank you so much for making your debut here with us, my friend. 1 -135. Thank you, coin. So that's the lowest we can get on the money line. Any last words for the cappers supporting the show, my friend?
Thank you so much. I mean, I appreciate you guys. You guys have made me better as a capper watching the show over the last couple of years that I've been on there, and a lot of sharp guys there. And I hope you guys cash tickets today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend. There he is, the Wager Detective. Back-to-back NFL pop-up debuts, and they did a great job. Old E, AM, and the Wager Detective. We roll on. Our next guest has only made one appearance here on our show this year, week 3. He went 5-2 plus 2.97 units, which puts him 4th out of 24 cappers that we've had on our show so far this year. So without further ado, you guys have seen how sharp he is in Major League Baseball. Now you get a little taste of how sharp he is across all sports. Please welcome our guy, TJ, in the house. TJ, what's good, man? How are you?
Oh, man, what's up, guys? Ready to roll today. It's been a busy week. Canada was awesome. But back home and capping this card here. And we got to move in one of the games I'm betting, but there's still one line available. So I'm just going to we're going to start with the Rams. Okay.
Yes. We're going to go with the 1 p.m. spots. Pipe player saying he can't hear me. If everybody else, let me know that it's okay. Or you obviously, TJ hears me.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so let's roll. We start with Rams-Ravens, M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, 64 Fahrenheit, cloudy, 13-mile-per-hour winds. We've already set this one up. I'm very interested to hear your level of concern, how you're moving on this. Take it away.
Yeah, this one's a little fishy here. Clearly Baltimore is in trouble. You look at the numbers and who they're with Rush out there. This is just fishy. The Rams coming off what they just came off of. I mean, I would have hoped this was like an 8 or a 9 by now. So I stayed off the side. But I did put a lot of time into this game. And I think there's a few props I'm attacking here, and it was successful that 1 week I came on. So the first one I'm on is Kyren Williams over 72.5 rush yards. And this is primarily like the Rams have been throwing the ball way more than normal the last few days. They know that they need to win these games, pounding the rock as much as possible to keep that Stafford arm healthy if they have any chance of going deep. So I look at this as one of those games where they can benefit just running the ball as much as possible. The Baltimore's allowing a minimum of 115 rush yards to running backs per game, and their average is much higher than that. So I think we get there with Kyron Williams over 72.5 minus 113.
Yeah, I get it. I think this is a business trip.
Yeah.
No, keep it clean, take care of business. But what the hell has this line not moved for? It's perplexing, and it makes me convinced I'm going to lose.
Yeah. What do you have? Rams double result.
I also have the Rams on the -7.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, both spots.
It's such a public. I mean, it's 70% of the tickets, but only 57% of cash.
Oh, it's insane. It's insane because only I would imagine really sharp cappers would be taking. It's a 6.5 now.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm screwed. And then, as I told you guys, every time I've taken a double result, if it's moved against me, I've lost, and it's moved against me 24 cents.
Wow. Yeah, that's telling. I have two more. In this game. Both Zay Flowers, over 45.5 reception yards, and over 4.5 receptions. Minus 111 on those reception yards, over 45.5 again, and minus 110 on over 4.5 catches. Rush only threw the ball 20 times last week, but 5 of those went to Zay, and he caught them all. The Rams do play fast, although I expect them to slow it down a little bit here today. But regardless of what Baltimore wants to do, they're going to have the opportunity to run a lot of plays. And Flowers has gone well over in this number in all but one game. He's averaging 75 yards per game. He's got like 7 or 8 yards per run after contact, or yak, sorry. And keep in mind, Mac Jones just tossed it around for 340-plus yards against the Rams last week. So I think there's going to be passing opportunities for Cooper Rush, especially if they get behind. And what the books are telling us is they're going to probably I mean, to me, this looks like a backdoor cover. But, yeah, those 3 bets I'm on. God,
I feel like I've already lost. Like, that's what it feels like. That pit in my stomach. I mean, I just did not suspect this. And shout out to the Eldorado custodian, Mr. Jason Meyer, says, where is the money at in Rams Ravens? And with a big dono to the channel. Thank you, my man. RVD, yes, I hear you. I feel like I know this story, and it doesn't end well. But we have 71% of the tickets right now I've got listed, which is a little different, but only 60% of the cash. So the Ravens with 29% of the tickets and 40% of cash is a really nice spot probably to be in. I don't know what whatever. I'll deal with this shit. Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions. Was that minus 112?
110.
110. Okay. And then the other one was minus 107.
111.
Okay, sorry. Thank you, Jesus.
That's fine.
Okay,
there's probably better out there. It's just what I got. Yeah, Newkirker, I did say that, but you know what? I have a big bet on Toronto to win the AL now. So this next series,
as the world turns.
Yep.
Patriots, Saints, Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. Next spot on the board for you. I am very interested in what you have to say here, because I don't have his action. So take it away.
Yeah, this one's been hit a couple times, and I don't want to take up too much time or go into a ton of detail, but. I really believe in Drake May. It wasn't just last week's game. Like, this kid's going to be good in this league for a while. They just got to get the right weapons around him. And the team believes in themselves right now. So yeah, is it a little bit of a letdown spot? Probably. Do I want to lay the 3.5? Not really, because I think I can somehow get on this game in a couple different ways. If I just had to bet one straight bet, it would be, I'd probably buy down to the -3 here. But what I'm doing is, and it could be, some people think these are square, but I'll just take the money line, New England money line, and I'm going to parlay it with Indy money line. I think the Indy game is, it's going to be, if they lose that one, then shame on me. But you can get about even odds parlaying those two together. Let me find out what it is real time here for you.
I can do that too here. Let me handle that for you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll take a look and find the best one available. Patriots money line, Colts money line. Talk about the situation. I mean, does this line not concern you enormously? I mean, aren't the Patriots clearly a better football team?
I mean, New Orleans has been feisty. It's not like they're just battling. It's not like they're just a write-off team. I mean, it's a road game, coming off of a big Sunday night win. Yeah, I mean, a couple threes are popping up. But how much more would you really expect this to be based off preseason numbers? I don't know. Let me see what this opened at on the look ahead.
The look ahead was the same, 3.5.
Oh, that is a little bit surprising. I would have thought the look ahead would be 2.5 or something.
The whole thing. So it's shock. Now see, the thing is that they didn't beat the Giants in a reasonable situation. They beat the Giants by winning the turnover battle 5-0.
Yeah.
So the Giants looked really good, obviously on Thursday night, and maybe that should elevate, but it doesn't elevate it to me just because of the turnover battle, the luck factor here. So,
right.
Nasty Nate's getting the Patriots money line, Colts money line, parlay -118. I'm getting it at -109. If you can beat that, TJ, we'll take whatever you can beat, but I'm getting a -109.
Well, -109 is fine. I think I bet it -105, but that was an hour ago. So
-109 for Patriots money line, Colts money line, which leads us in my favorite spot on the board. I hope that you just give me more confidence. It might not be the case. What's your plan for Chargers Dolphins?
So there's still one more left on the board. And again, you guys have been in this in great detail. I tend to agree with what I've heard from you and guests on the show here of another spot where the Chargers could the team just seems to be slowing down, a lot of injuries. I know I have a few Chargers friends that are just like, we already lost this game. They're just down and out. So but I'm not going to be on the Miami side. I think both teams can score here. I bet the over 44.5 about an hour ago. It looks like it's almost all 45s or 45.5, 45.5s now. Penny's still got 44.5. So I don't know what I can get with you in regard to this, but I think I expect the Chargers to come out fine. They're well coached. I expect Herbert to be fine. It's as the game goes on, and they don't have those fresh legs coming in off the bench, rotating in as much with injuries. Or guys that were questionable that are going to play, that just one little tweak is going to hurt them. Let's not pretend this Miami defense is any good. I mean, 31st success rate against the rush, 32nd against the pass. I know that we expect the Chargers to be a little down, but even a little down, they can still put up 24, 27 points. And I would expect a lot of that to happen in the first half. Whereas opposite for Miami, they seem to kind of roll into games and start to break it open or score their points later. So I just think both teams can score here. My numbers give this a 47. So 44.5 to me is bettable. And
it's available. 44.5. Looking at -113 here. This is it's possible. Now we'll see what happens, but it's possible that this Chargers fade was the greatest situation I've been in NFL football, and I should have been betting everything on them, fading them each week. Look at their stats. The Chargers are ranked from Pro Football Focus 7th best passing offense, 1st rushing offense. Now we know they don't have Omar and Hampton, who was a stud.
Right.
Now they're down to their 3rd string running back. Passing defense ranked 6th. Rush defense ranked 3rd. I mean, it's a perfect world. And I probably should have just put my whole life on the line, fading them each week instead.
Well, you were great last time. I mean, we had a side bet on that last week, and I had no chance. It was 10-0. I'm like, okay, we're up 10. I'm fine, but they just wore out. And the Dolphins have played 4 straight overs. Also, I mean,
yeah, and at home is probably the best spot for them. So I get it. I get it. I love it. So over 44.5 -113. Newkirk again. I wasn't betting on the Commanders last week. I'm not betting on the Dolphins this week. I'm fading the Chargers. That's it. I faded. I'm not high on the Commanders. I'm not high on the Dolphins. I'm not high, but I don't think the Chargers could beat the Jets right now. Over 44.5 in Chargers Dolphins, Patriots money line, Colts money line, parlay -109, and then Kyron Williams over 72.5 rush yards, Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions, and Zay Flowers over 45.5 receiving yards. TJ, it is great to have you back in action. I want to hear some more stories about Montreal. Oh, do you have something to add, my man?
Do you have time to add 2 plays?
Yes, of course.
We don't have to break down the games or anything. I'm on KC money line -132.
Okay.
And then I have a 10 point teaser. So Indy +1.5,
Okay, wait just a sec. Sorry, Colts
plus 1.5.
Yeah.
Patriots plus 6.5. And Jags plus 11.5. That's minus 120.
So again, that's Colts plus 1.5, Patriots plus 6.5, Jags plus 11.5, minus 120, and the Chiefs money line.
Correct.
I love it, man. I'd love to hear more about Montreal. Hopefully, if you can jump on with us tonight, we can have some drinks.
Yeah, I'll jump on tonight. Hopefully, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'll be in touch, my man. Thank you so much for making time for us. I'm going to pop TJ's X handle in the chat, available for important conversations about how to take your capping to the next level and add to your unit size and all those things. It's a wonderful opportunity and gift that we have that TJ is just open to getting us better as a group and answering any questions that come his way. So there's his X handle in the chat. Please follow our guy TJ. TJ, any last words for the Capper supporting the show?
Hey, let's get that money, Leche, and we'll catch up later, guys. Much love. See you.
I like it. There's our guy, TJ, in the house. TJ currently ranked 4th out of 24 cappers. We have 4th, 3rd, and 2nd as we close out the show. Our next guest has only joined us for 2 shows, week 4 and week 5. What he's done, 13-8 plus 4.23 units. Very impressive. So we bring him back. Please welcome our guy and yours, coming to us from Houston, Texas. We have LJ from H-Town.
From down south, where we ride on flair. From down south, where we ride on flair.
LJ, my man, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jimmy. Happy Sunday football to you, sir. Let me fix my camera right here.
Oh, don't worry.
All right.
We'll ditch the
we good.
Action. LJ, that's the lightest I've had. This is the lightest amount of action I've had on a week. LJ, it is great to see you. You're getting a ton of love from the chat, and it is all richly deserved. We start with Browns Steelers. This is a game that has yet to be discussed so far on the show. I wanted unders. First half under, full game under, and just watching this total creep up on a low number. When I've seen that happen so far this year, they've gone over. I did not bet it. My colleague and you are all of these guys we're all colleagues, but my co-host in Bankroll Blitz, Troy Torrance, is on the Browns +6. I did not. I moved on the Steelers double result. This is a very tough 3-week scheduling situation for the Cleveland Browns coming back from Europe. So it's 3 straight road games, but you'd have to think that this is Dylan Gabriel's, first ever real road start in a very tough spot with the Steelers coming off of a bye and getting much, much healthier. I've been the first person to question exactly how good their defense is, but now, with Highsmith and others returning, Porter Jr., they're just getting healthier and healthier. What we have is 2 of the healthiest teams in the league. You could say the Browns, the Steelers, and the Chiefs are the 3 healthiest teams in the league. Mike Hall is the only person out for the Browns. Calvin Austin is the only one out for the Steelers because we think Jalen Ramsey will play despite the bulky hamstring. So let's get into the line history here for LJ's first spot on the board. We have a 6.5. The look ahead was 6. The look ahead did get bet up to 6.5 and dropped to 6. Reemerges Sunday night at 4.5. 4.5. So then it just starts getting bet towards the Steelers. Now we are at a 6.5, which is the high point here. And it just had that happen about 40 minutes ago. The high point for the Steelers at 6.5. Then from a total standpoint here, wow, we're back at 38. Huh. Wow. Okay. So this was up to 38.5 and 39s. Now we're back at 38. Wow. That gives me something to think about. From a cash flow standpoint, you have 67% of the tickets on the under, 79% of cash on the under. I see DraftKings at a 37.5. ESPN bet on 37.5. So both DraftKings and ESPN bet are saying, hey, if you want to bet the over, bet it here. Interesting. 71% of tickets, 84% of cash on the Steelers. LJ, take it away, my man.
Yes, sir, Jimmy. I am trusting the Steelers early in the first half. I took the -3 just because the Browns struggled tremendously in the first half. 6-15-1 against the spread in the first half, the last 22 games. They only scored 30 points total in the first half in 5 games. The Steelers have scored 59 points in 4 games in the first half. That's almost double them up in points. So I trust them early. I'm not going to take the full game, even though the Steelers are 9-4 against the spread versus the division at 23 since 23. Tomlin is good coming off a bye, first 8 games of the season, 7-3 against the spread, 9-1 straight up. But I just believe the Browns are not going to be able to keep up offensively wise with the Steelers. 8 turnovers, 4 out of the last 5. They're dead last in red zone defense. 0-21 straight up in their last 21 games in Pittsburgh are the Cleveland Browns. So I'm going to trust the Steelers early coming off a bye. I think they're going to jump on the Browns quick, but the Browns may make it a game in the second half. But the fact that the Browns are averaging the most punts in the league right now, averaging 7 punts in their last 3 games, the Steelers are only averaging 1 punt a quarter, which is 4 punts a game. So Steelers first half minus the 3 is my play.
It's expensive, the 3. The best I'm finding right now is a minus 135. Can you beat that?
I got 115 early, minus 3, 115 for the Steelers.
Did you tweet it out?
No, I didn't. I always tweet out after the show is over.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to keep line shopping. Maybe I can find better. I mean, it's a good sign that it's getting hammered. Okay, let's move on to your next spot on the board. Another game we've set up. Another game I'm all ears for. Now it's a game I've invested heavily in. Cowboys, Panthers. It makes me nervous because I would much rather have invested more in the Panthers rather than the unders. But we do have the 18-mile-per-hour winds. It is raining right now, but it's not supposed to rain during the game. Take it away for us here, LJ. Cowboys, Panthers.
Yeah, Jimmy, everybody knows this is my wheelhouse. Carolina, second quarter is a complete fade, ladies and gentlemen. Cowboys, second quarter, 70 points in 5 games in the second quarter so far the Cowboys are scoring. They're 10-1 against the spread on the road in the second quarter, going back to last year. Mind you, Carolina only averaging 16 points total. Their ultimate fade. So I'm going to trust that the Cowboys get this second quarter minus the half. I got a plus 100. I don't know if it's still there right now, but I have a minus the half Cowboys second quarter plus 100 is my official play. Now, I also took the over 47 simply because both these teams give up more points than they score. So I'm always going to go to an over in that situation. Cowboys 14-6 to the over off a win since 2024. Carolina 5-2 to the over after win since 24. And this is the highest total that Bryce Young has had in his career. So I'm looking at a lot of points. I think the Cowboys are going to score more simply because their offense is better. But let's stick to what's been working the past 2 years. Second quarter fade Carolina Panthers. Cowboys minus the half plus 100.
And let me see what I can get there if I can. So I can get that at least at plus 105. So
okay.
Do that. And then we'll figure out what to do here with the total. And so you have no concerns about, you're going to expect Javonte Williams and I know we have Chuba out, but Rico looked great. So you're going to expect, 350 yards of rushing to get you over the total, that kind of thing?
At least. I believe they definitely going to run on Carolina. And Javonte Williams, I have him for a touchdown, as a personal bet. But I believe the Cowboys are going to be very, very good offensive-wise against the Carolina Panthers. I just think, especially early in the game. I'm betting on them early in the game, first half, but second quarter for sure for the Cowboys.
Second quarter minus half plus 105 and the over 47. I might be able to get better than that minus 110. Let's roll on to the next spot on the board. Very interesting game here. Patriots, Saints, take it away.
Yeah, I'm on the Patriots minus the 3.5 simply because the Saints are a complete fade as a home dog. 5-14 against the spread as a home dog since the last year Drew Brees was the quarterback, averaging 10 points in the first half. So I believe the Patriots jump on them early and often. This is the first opportunity that Drake May is a road favorite, and I believe that he's going to have success. Offense is much better than the Saints right now. Drake May's been extremely efficient on the offensive side, passing the ball. And their offense is pretty much injury-free besides Gibson, but he's a third-string running back. So, I'm not going to take that into consideration. They need him, but they're pretty healthy on the offensive side of the ball. And the fact that the Saints are giving up 30 points, only averaging 16, that's a prime spread for me. So Patriots minus 3.5 is my official play. And I'm on a prop. This is my best prop of the day. Dre May, 2+ touchdowns, minus 104. Simply because the Saints have allowed 2+ touchdowns to the quarterback in all 5 games. So what's that?
we have options here for you. The 3.5 for the. I mean, the line's moving heavily towards the Saints, so we can get you a -3 at -111. If you want the 3.5, it's +111 now.
No, I want the 3.5.
-3.5 +111 here for the Patriots. And then Drake May over 1.5 passing touchdowns -104, which takes us into our next spot on the board. And it's one that has not been discussed here. We are tight for time, so I'm not going to do the whole setup. But Titans, Raiders, Allegiant Stadium. We have Dutch Boy Fresh coming on next. We have 2 games left, Titans, Raiders, and Bengals, Packers. For Titans, Raiders here, we've seen this move, consistently towards the Titans, and we're now down to a 3.5. I mean, it's just the look ahead was 6.5, and it reemerges at 6.5, and now we have a 3.5 at a pick'em. I mean, it's just a huge move towards the Titans. I don't like buying high after that win over the Cardinals. That was, very lucky, but good God, I should have. I mean, Troy has them at 5.5. Now we're at 3.5. This total opened up at 41.5, got up to 42 for a bit, down to 41. Now it's back at 41.5. Take it away, LJ.
Yeah, I'm very reluctant on this play, Jimmy, but I have to bet it just because of the stats and the trends. I got to be on the Raiders. -3.5. I have to do it simply because the Titans are 0-9 against the spread in their last 9 games coming off a win. And the fact they're only averaging 13 points, I just don't see them offensively wise, competing in this game. Now, the Raiders are the Raiders. We already know. Geno Smith, he makes mistakes. He throws interceptions. I'm on his interception personally. I'm not going to make it, officially for the show, but I'm on his interceptions. 17 interceptions since 2024. That's the most in the league. But I'm going to stick to the fact that the Raiders are 6-2 against the spread as a home favorite going back to 2023. So they play well in this situation, minus the fact that they just got shut out the last game. So, and the fact that they're 8 of 14 the last game on third down. So if you were 8 of 14 on third down and you still was shut out, I believe that carries over to where they're going to be consistently driving the ball down the field on the Titans. I don't think the Titans are going to get any opportunities to get offensive drives because they're only averaging 27 time of possession. 7 turnovers in 5 games. It's just sloppy play for the Titans. They got very lucky last week versus the Cardinals because the Cardinals threw that game away. They lost that game. The Titans did not win that game. So I'm going to trust that them coming off that high, they're going to come back down on the road again versus the Raiders. So minus the 3.5 is what I got for this spread. And I also, I'm sorry.
Oh, just -108. I got you the -108, but keep rolling, my man.
Okay, and I also own Ashton Gentry. 2+ touchdowns, not 1, but 2+ touchdowns, plus 142. I believe he gets a rushing and a receiving touchdown. For the simple fact, Titans defense, a running back, has scored a touchdown in all 5 games. So that's my best prop. Ashton Gentry, 2+ touchdowns. Raiders -3.5.
You're in business. Raiders -3.5, -108. Gentry over 1.5 touchdowns, plus 142. And then Bengals, Packers. We've already set this one up. We got to be tight. LJ, my man, take it away.
Oh, this is going to be quick. Green Bay, first quarter, -0.5. 8-3 against the spread in the first quarter at home since 2024, 15-6 overall. Bengals cannot score in the first quarter, averaging 6 punts on the game, 17 points total in the first quarter. So I believe Green Bay jumps on them quick. This is what they do first quarter. Coming off of, they were on a bye, right? Was Green Bay on the bye last week?
Green Bay, yes.
Yeah, they were on the bye.
40 game against,
Yeah, so they're on the bye. So I believe they come out early, jump on them quick. But first quarter is my wheelhouse for Green Bay, -0.5. I don't know what you can get, though. What's the best number you can get -0.5 first quarter?
I can't. Let me see if I can find, because it's -3 at offshore where I usually get the best numbers. So here, let me just see what I can get here on the first quarter. Quickly, first quarter 2A. Yeah, I mean, they're only, if you want a -0.5 on this, it's -180.
Oh, no, that's too much.
The -3 is -115.
Let's do that. -3. Let's do that.
Okay. Packers first quarter -3 at -115. Packers first quarter -3. Raiders -3.5. Gentry over 1.5 touchdowns. Patriots -3.5. And May over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Cowboys second quarter -0.5 and the over 47. And Steelers -3 here for our guy LJ from H-Town. LJ, thank you so much for rocking with us, man. We got to be quick, but you're a monster. Excellent work. Currently 13-8 plus 4.23 units. We'll be talking soon, my man. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, sir. I will see you tonight on the live stream. Detroit and Kansas City, buddy.
I can't wait. There's our guy, LJ from H-Town. Our next guest is also been crushing it here on our show, currently ranked second out of 24 cappers, 11-7 plus 5.02 units. He's been on with us for 4 different shows. Twice he's swept the board. Please welcome from Las Vegas, Nevada, Dutch Boy Fresh. Dutchie, what's good, man? How are you?
Jimmy, the motherfucking bag. Salute to you, all the ladies, gents, and DJs for tuning in. It's all love, my guy.
Well, let's get right after it. You have made moves here with the Cardinals Colts. You have Colts on the side, Colts team total over. Then you have a money line parlay. Let's not get into that. Let's just get into the side and team total that you are on. Take it away, Dutchie. First game, Cardinals Colts.
Yeah, man. Simple. This is real simple to me. There's levels to this shit, and we're taking advantage of a team that's clearly on another level than the Arizona Cardinals. The Colts at home, man, I mean, they damn near bet on no matter what, but 3-0 ATS at the crib, they're averaging 34 points per game, average margin of win, 20 points per game. Cardinals lost 3 straight games, tough games too, Jim. Niners, Hawks, obviously division, and then I don't know how the fuck they just lost to the Tennessee Titans. Total combined points in those games, 3 losses, Jim, 5 points. So I don't know if you think this team's going to rally. And then obviously the late addition here of Jacoby Brissett. I wanted to see that little motherfucker out there, but I'm still very confident with this action. Scoring 21 or less in all 3 games and all 3 of those losses. And then on top of it, their 2 wins are against the Saints and Panthers, about as fugazi as it gets, Jim. So to me, the Colts are just on another level. I think I'm on the team total over 27.5 minus 120. As I mentioned, they're getting 34 a game at the crib. Arizona's pass defense is very, very suspect. When you look into this in detail, it's everything that fucking the Colts are good at passing, the Cardinals are fucking horrible at. So I think they're really going to take advantage of them. Obviously, you got Taylor in the back. I think this is just completely run them off the field. I got the 7 minus 113 as well. I know there's some movement here with Brissett being in. But at the end of the day, it's the Colts all fucking game long. I love this team total over 27.5 minus 120, and I think they win this game comfortably by 2 touchdowns.
You've added a 3rd unit here because you've tied the Colts money line into our next spot. So we're going to go a little bit out of order here just to include the parlay together. So the next stop is Monday evening. It's the second half of our double header. You are tying the Colts money line with a spot here and an individual bet on the team that you're tying it to. Take it away.
Yeah, man. I mean, patience is virtue, Jim. So we're going to have to wait at 24 to catch this motherfucker. Believe me, we're going to the window. We're going with the Commanders, man. I think they're just a better football team than the Chicago Bears. Clearly, you know, I liked actually what I seen from Jane Daniels coming back, sitting the game out against the Chargers. Obviously, you know, say what you will about the Chargers, but I do believe I think the Commanders played a good football game in LA. I think they're going to bring that momentum back home against the team against the Bears that might be a little fat and happy, in my opinion. You know, had that win in Vegas. Probably shouldn't have won that game. Vegas lost it, in my opinion, as well. But you go into the bye, young team, first-year coach. I don't know if they'll come back ready to rock and roll. And you got a Commanders team, obviously well coached, better quarterback at the crib in prime time. Give me Jane Daniels. Give me Debo, who's been balling the fuck out here. They're 5-0 ATS last 5 at the crib. 4-1 straight up on Monday Night Football as well last 5. 10-3 straight up last 13, Jim. And the run game here, to me, is key. You might not even know who's fucking running the ball for the Commanders, but they're number 1 in the league in rushing yards, 156 yards per game. And then on the other side of it, you got the Bears, suspect. Ain't stopping nobody running the ball. 31st in the league, allowing 164 yards per game. I think the Commanders are going to really put the handle business at the crib. Bears 2-9 straight up last 11 meetings versus these boys. 2-10 straight up last 12 on the road, and 3-12 straight up last 15 overall. This Bears team is a fade, in my opinion. I'm going Commanders first half full game, so the double result as well, Jim, here at minus 118. And then, of course, we got the money line parlay with the Colts and the Commanders. Love this look as well. What I got on that, is minus 118.
Yeah, you got minus 115 on the double result, minus 118.
Yeah, minus 115. I apologize.
Yeah, no, your money. And Colts money line, Commanders money line, parlay here. Troy and I are on the Bears plus 4.5. For me, I understand the concerns. Ben Johnson first week off of a bye. I'm looking forward to see what he does. The offensive line needed help. I can understand being bullish against Commanders or on the Commanders. The thing for me is, though, how heavy I'm against the Chargers. So I did not put any credence into that victory at all. So for me, I think I'm selling the Commanders at a great spot because I didn't put any, anything into that victory.
I'm worried about the Commanders' defense a little bit, but I think Caleb Williams is, you say what y'all will about him, but I'll line up against the fingernail boy anytime.
No, I feel that. I mean,
I'm surprised. Touchdown Troy on the other side. He's backing the fingernail boy, huh? We shall see. We shall see. Hey, we can all cash. I'm not being greedy. Just give me the double and the money line. We good to go.
I love it. Let's rock. Next spot is our Sunday night live stream right here on Pub Sports Radio. Lions, Chiefs, Dutch, and I'm certain I'm going to join you here as soon as the show's over. Take it away.
Yeah, man. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City motherfucking Chiefs at the crib. Bet on it. Believe it. It's good money, man. We talked about it. Before. And 45-12, Jim. That is Patrick Mahomes at home. 80%, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, why? Do not line up against this motherfucker and bet against them. Not to mention, he already received one at the crib this year against Philly, so I don't see it happening too much and too often anytime motherfucking soon. Now, at home, 14-1 straight up, last 15 at the crib. Off a loss, Patrick Mahomes is 18-5, Jim, off a loss. You can't beat this motherfucker 2 damn times. It's real hard. I don't think it's going to happen. Not Jared Goff. Not Jared Goff going to go into Kansas City under the lights? Nah, man. I don't believe so. I think the Chiefs are just a better football team. 4-1 Detroit. You got a 2-3 hungry football Kansas City Chiefs team. You got Xavier Worthy back. I mean, I think they're really going to exploit in this passing game here. As you've seen the Lions on the road allowing 27 points per game in the 3 games, Jim. And their 4-1's a little fugazi to me. I mean, Bears, the Ravens, Browns, and the Bengals. And let's talk about the Bengals because they allowed Browning 250 fucking yards through the air, 3 touchdowns. He did give it away 3 times, but I don't expect Patrick Mahomes to do that. Allowing 214 yards to wide receivers, that's bottom 5 in the NFL. These boys are going to have a field day against that secondary in Detroit, I believe so. I really do believe this is a big game for Patrick Mahomes. Simply don't turn over the ball, and I do trust Patrick not to do that as he did in Jacksonville. I'm sure he's very pissed off about that, and we're going to get the best Patrick Mahomes, a hungry Andy Reid, and a locked-in defense that's going to make Jared Goff beat you through the air. Stop the run. It's not going to happen, son. Let's go. Kansas City Chiefs, minus 2.5. Minus 105. It's good money.
You are in business, Dutch, which leads us to our final game on today's board. You already have the second half of the Monday night double dip. Now the first game here, Bills, Falcons. Hamlin's being put on IR. Milano's going to miss his 3rd straight game. TJ Sanders is out as well. Now, they are getting Ed Oliver back, which is hugely important. Hugely important. Curtis Samuel still banged up. And then Atlanta will not have Darnell Mooney. He's going to be out. Cornerback Clark Phillips is out as well. Defensive tackle LaCale London out, as well as Taquan Graham out. 2 defensive tackles there. And we haven't set this one up, but we don't have that much time. We'd rather just hear how you are attacking it. And we're on the same page in this one. You got a better line than I did. Take it away, Dutch.
Yeah, man. I mean, see, this is where it's at. Yeah, I'm rocking the Bronco gear. It is what it is. And I might rock the Bills gear next motherfucking week. But we won't be rocking JA tomorrow. No motherfucking way. We on Atlanta Falcons plus 4.5. We like this looking awful lot. We got to fade the Bills, man. I know this team very well. Falcons off a bye. Now, last year, Jim, Raheem, they beat the Chargers, went into a bye, came back and lost. I think they learned a little bit from that this year. I think they learned a little bit from that coming off a bye, feeling all good, win, and then get smacked in the mouth. I believe they did things a little different round 2. Now they're 6th in the league in rushing, 130. 136 a game. You know, the Falcons running. You got Bijan, you got Gordon. You know, you got the two double-headed backs back there. Penix, as long as he doesn't turn the ball over here, I think they've lied to win the game, to be quite honest with you, Jim. And a lot of people are on the Bills here, and this number's going the other way. That should tell you something right off the motherfucking bat. Maybe not the spread, but we're talking money on everything. A lot of people got Bills Mafia on their ticket. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They do. And at the end of the day, the line's going the other motherfucking way. And I think for a good reason. Now, Bills defense, 28th run D, Jim, allowing 145. So you got a team that runs the fucking ball pretty goddamn good against a team that can't stop the fucking run. Now, Atlanta's averaging 373 yards per game. That's 6th in the league. This team just has trouble when it gets to the red zone. On the other side of the ball, first in passing yards per game. They get a lot of passing yards, right? I mean, this team is pretty good. Now, they're allowing 135 yards passing game, which is first in the league, and total yards allowed 244 yards. So this Atlanta defense, on paper, is pretty fucking good, guys. Match up pretty well against the Bills, too. Obviously, the best player on the field is going to be Josh Allen. But I think Atlanta here is going to be able to make the Bills one-dimensional. Bills maybe find a way to win here, but they're super live to win this game, Atlanta. Bills 2-4 ATS last 6 overall, 2-4 straight up last 6 in Atlanta. So for some reason, they don't do well in the ATL. But at the end of the day, Jim, it's just a beautiful spot. You got a team off a bye. You got a team that's going into a bye and can't wait to get there. You talked about the injuries. They're beat the fuck up. They want to get to this bye. They're still a 4-1 football team. And think how big it would be for Atlanta, Michael Penix, the coaching staff, to win Monday Night Football in Buffalo, to even show up like Jacksonville did on Monday night against Kansas City. It's kind of the same damn thing. They might fuck around and win the game, but to even show up and being competitive under the lights on Monday night, it's a win for Atlanta. This is a big game for them. I think they find a way to probably win this game here the way the shit's going. But give me the 4.5. It's good money.
You got it. Dutch Boy Fresh in business here. He has been excellent through 4 shows. 4 shows. He swept the board on 2 of them. I'm popping his X handle here in the chat. If you don't follow him, you should. He asks for nothing ever in return and just puts out winners. Falcons plus 4.5 at -110. Chiefs -2.5, -105. Colts, Commanders, money line parlay. Commanders, double result. Colts -7. Colts team total over 27.5 for Dutch Boy Fresh. Dutch, thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for headlining this bad boy. Razor saying Falcons coming off a bye is huge here for them. Dutch, any last words for the Capper supporting the show?
Yeah, shout out to my guy Razor Sharp Picks. Check us out bright early in the motherfucking morning tomorrow, 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. On the East Coast, 9 a.m. right out here on the fresh side. Medicate Monday, my guy Dabby Cab, Razor Sharp Picks, the entire crew, Jimmy himself will be breaking it down like a motherfucking pound. Look forward to seeing y'all. But first, let's get to the window, Jim. Y'all stay fresh.
Let's get it. There he is, Dutch Boy Fresh. And we have NHL action now for me. That's what I prefer with the best bets, too, for a Medicate Monday. So I'm excited about getting back to the ice here. Thank you guys for rocking with us so much. It is kickoff time. I did add those unders in Pittsburgh, which I'm very nervous about. I'm doubling up on all of my unders in across CFL, NFL, college football. Let's review all action here on the show. Stacks play today. Number 1, Jackson Smith and the Jigba over 84.5 receiving yards, -113, and Emeka Egbuka over 74.5 receiving yards, -110. Coin is on the Fish plus 4.5, Carolina plus 3.5, and Kansas City under 53. The only last bet I need to add is the Chiefs here, which I'll do here in a second, but I needed to get that Browns Steelers out. Let's review action here. Bobano is on the Colts team total over 27.5. Same with our guy Dutch. He's on the Rams team total over 26.5. Seahawks money line team total over 23.5. Full game over 47. He's on the full game over 47 in Dallas, Carolina. We have both LJ and Bobano on the over, and I'm going up against them. It makes me nervous. I've got the first half under, full game under. Packers -13.5 for the Bengals. Beat just hammer that Chiefs bet. I will. I don't want to. I wouldn't want to have more than 2 units on it personally, just because I want to attack it live as well. So I'll figure out how to do it. But I'm right with you, BJ. Then Boban's on the over 46 in San Francisco, Tampa. He's on the over 51 in Detroit, Kansas City. Lex Steele, you're the man. Thank you for rocking with us. Then we have Spooner. He's on the Dolphins full game plus 4.5, Buccaneers -3, Chiefs money line, and Bears plus 4.5, all put out on X. Wager Detective on the Dolphins plus 3.5, Seahawks -112, Chiefs -2.5, -110. Don't hear anybody on the Lions, which is nerve-wracking a bit. Panthers +3 for AM. He's on the Saints plus 3.5, making his pub debut. So is Old EM Wager Detective. Oldie's on the Dolphins team total over 19.5. Patriots -3 in the Bucks first half team total over 12.5, and he's got his SGP. It's Vita Vea sack. Baker over 1.5 passing touchdowns at plus 500. TJ is on Kyron Williams over 72.5 rushing yards. Flowers over 4.5 receptions, over 45.5 receiving yards. Patriots money line, Colts money line parlay over 44.5 in Chargers Dolphins, and the Chiefs money line as well as a 10-point teaser. Colts plus 1.5, Patriots plus 6.5, and Jags plus 11.5. Thank you, Stan Don Biz, my man. Thank you to all of you guys. Yes, the public is on them, Wager Detective, which is important, no doubt about it. But not one person in our entire chat, that I'm still with you guys, but that does always make me nervous. But it's over that time. There was a time when we were all on the same bet that our ROI was negative. That's no longer. So I'm not too nervous about it. I'm just notice it. Steelers -3 for LJ, and you had to pay for that. It wasn't too cheap. Cowboys second quarter -0.5 in the over 47. Patriots -3.5 at plus 111. He wanted the plus money at 3.5, which was a sign of confidence. Drake May over 1.5, and there we go. Crip Key and Alec Dirks. Okay, thank you guys. Oh, and still same with Stand On Biz. Okay, so that's look, I don't want to go up against you guys, but I also would not like to see every single one of us on the same bet sort of thing. It doesn't quite work like that. Raiders -3.5, Genty over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Packers first quarter -3. And then we just rocked Dutch Boy Fresh Action. That is our show for today. Thank you to our producer Jose Bouquet, who works tirelessly behind the scenes. We have Blue Jays baseball tonight. There's going to be a party here at my house. Will I be at that party? No, I'll be right here with you guys, live betting football. That's my party, man, rocking with you guys. So I'll be here with you guys despite the party going on here. Alec Dirks, Abel A. We know Kumbaya. Abel A. Nasty Nate says, what's Jose on? Jose is laughing. He's counting cash from going 6-0 in college football. We took ownership of college football. We stepped up for the squad. Now, can we do it again next week? I mean, it's 1 week. Let's have him on. Can we do it again next week, Jose?
Would be nice. I only bet the Dolphins with you. That's the only thing I've bet.
That's your only action?
Yeah, the spread and money line, just because I wanted to let my nuts hang after yesterday. But we need to get off ASAP because these games have started and only terrible things happen when we're live in the game.
You're right. Is Dolphins an official pub hub action for you? Because your spreadsheet.
Sure. I bet it. It doesn't.
So what did you get?
I got 4 -110 and money line plus 160.
So you want these to be your first official bets here for NFL Pub Up?
Sure, yeah, why not?
Okay.
Jose's I bet him, might as well make him official, right?
Respect, man. Excellent work. I was very impressed to see how you crushed it. I should have been with you on at least Indiana, which I plan to. It's just sometimes I just get overwhelmed at the end of the week. But incredible work. I can't wait to rock again. Dirk Diggler says interception Chargers. So the live betting can begin right now. Thank you, Dirk. T. Robert Franklin, We Do, Wager Detective, Nasty Nate. Justin McCovey says huge play by the Steelers. All of you guys, Coin, Stand On Biz, Crip Key. Thank you guys. We Do, BJ, Dabby Cab, Mark, Nick, Justin McKelvey, the Nuke Worker. Thank you guys. The Sweaty Butcher, Razor Sharp Picks, Gorky, Just My 2 cents. Thank you guys so much, all of you. The Juice. Thank you to everybody we had on our show today. Bobano, Spooner, Wager Detective, AM, Oldie, TJ, LJ, and Dutch Boy Fresh. And thank you to you, Jose, for all your hard work. Let's go out there and get that cash. It is Sunday. The roller coaster awaits. Leche. Hey, los bookmakers.